Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, we're painting again. I've got my brushes ready. I've got my idea on the canvas, on the easel. There's a photo that I took when I was walking around the delightful Chatsworth Gardens. Took quite a lot of photos actually because I needed inspiration for paintings. And I wanted grand environments. Nothing grander than Chatsworth. So let's have a go at this. And if you want to take a still of the image, feel free. Then you can use it if you want to. I'm not necessarily going to paint it the same. It's an idea that I can develop to the way I want it. Because that's the greatest thing about painting, doing what you want. So here's my palette of colours. We have titanium white, chrome yellow, burnt sienna, yellow ochre, ivory black, ultramarine blue, and alizarin crimson. So we're going to go for this. Get some blue going straight away. I want to get a sky in here. So I'll show you this as well. I started putting little blobs like this, because I find if you have a big blob of paint and you keep mixing with it, you kind of pollute it. So I think if you have little blobs, you get a better chance of not polluting the colour. Then you get a fresh colour, other side. So you get like multiple chances for fresh colour. It's just an idea. Might help you, might not. It's just what I'm doing at the moment. I find like it's helping. So let's make us some blue, light blue, and should we chalk in what we're going to do? Forgot about that. So, there's the horizon. There's a path that comes. I think we'll have the path here. Whoop. Whoop. Like a thing there. Something like that. There's a big tree here. There's a shadow there. Light breaking. I mean, there's quite a lot going on really, isn't there? Tree. Up here. Got this angular part that goes like that. Whoop, like that. And there's a tree growing there. Might bring that a bit further along so we can see a branch. And then we've got bushes. Darkness here. And light. I've got this tree. This is why I took the photo, because I really like this tree. But we don't need to draw it because it's there. We know it's there. And then we've got the path. And we've got light here, light on the path. Light. Dark, and light. That's all I ever think about, really, is what's light, what's dark. And then the in-between colours, I don't think of it as much, because it's, it's easier, isn't it, doing that in-between colours. Let's get some sky going. Now, I don't know if I like the sky that I've originally got in the photo, I should say. But one thing's for sure, we need to make sure it's not too thick for this tree. So that is a something to think about. So we're going to have to scrub this paint so it's really thin, basically. So really we're staining this canvas now, we're staining it. We don't want it to be blue. I mean, I'm saying, we don't want it to be grey, we want it to be a sky colour. More of a bluey grey, which is what it kind of is at the moment. Whew. Might as well do the same over here. Might as well do the same here. So again. So I'm just scrubbing on colour. Scrubbing. So this scrubbing, this is the hard bit. And then what I can do, because I said, like, I don't want much paint on, so scrape it off like this. Blob there. Like I said, we're just staining it. Okay, so I'll take this off. I need to wipe that bit. There's a big blob there. Now what I'll do, I'll get some just white. And I'm going to stain this bit. So staining this lighter in this area. And again, and get rid of it. So this should give us a nice sky to work with. And what I was thinking to myself, is when I get the tree in, then I can start adding more clouds and stuff. just want a basic sky. I think that works quite well actually. So we'll go with that. Now what I want is a tiny bit of this crimson into this sky colour. Get this kind of lavender, this background, it's similar to that, it's a bit redder, but I think I'll put this down first. So we want to go about here, I think. So we can go a bit darker. Oh, that's a bit too red. I want to get a bit of blue in it. Sort of hint at another layer. I'm gonna throw in a bit of burnt sienna as well. Maybe a tiny bit of black. Something else going. Because this is all like background material anyway. And I'll grab a touch of yellow ochre. Bit of the bit of the yellow and blue. So mix that together. Let's take that all the way across. Just so we've got some kind of a background. Just sort of sit back, have a look. Break up some of this. Just so it's got like something different there. We're going to chop a lot of this off anyway, because we're going to get a bit of ivory black and burnt sienna. Something like that. I'm going to put in where this tree perches, it's sort of on there, over that, over there, go like that. Go around like that instead. So the path's going to break out there instead now. Sort of change things as I go. So now, while I'm at it, I could. Let's put this tree in. Let's use a bit of crimson and black and brown, burnt sienna. So we've got burnt sienna, alizarin crimson and ivory black. Make like a funny brown. Sort of a reddish dark brown really. Let's put our old tree then, so here. It goes quite, press on and then let go a bit and press again. Let go a bit. And that way you can get different shapes out of your brush. Because you can, if you do a light, and then as you press harder, you get thicker branches. You can have fun with that. So let's put a branch. Another way you can use a brush, you got a filbert brush and you can use sideways, and you really got another brush then. Like that, and that. Different branches. So the reason this is working and it's not disappearing so much is because I've not put that much paint on there. You watch me scraping it off. That's the reason, because so I can do things like that. And you can start putting in all kinds of branches everywhere. Do your tree the way you want it to be. That's what I'm doing really. I want my tree to go all the way up. I want a horrible looking branch going and then and I can spin different branches off. You can always get a smaller brush if you wanted to if you wanted like lots of finer details. Quite enjoyable though, putting in all the little branches and stuff. Something you can do as well to make lots of the finer branches, you can just use your brush just to pull in a few like that, because otherwise it's hard to get all them fine branches. Always sit back and have a look and decide, make decisions. Maybe you want your tree to be darker, maybe you want to put the odd leaf on there that's still hanging in there. Got a real bit of a lump there. I didn't really want to do that. So what do you do if you make a mistake like that? Lump. Well, there's a few things you can do. You can either just take it off Might as well just finish all the other branches before I do it, actually. Just so I can show you. Quite like that tree, actually. Go a bit darker there. Yeah, quite like that tree. Don't think I need any more on it. Maybe a branch there. Whoop. For realism, because there's always tons of branches. I mean tons. So yeah, what I was saying is, you make a mistake like that, you could pick up some sky colour. Get some sky colour and then put it on the top. And that gets rid of it a bit. Or you could get a knife and scrape it off. But I'm alright with it like that, actually. So I can modify things a little bit like that. Yeah. So, I think I'll put this tree in as well that's here. And it's got like a curve to it. And it lives sort of there. It's all goes like that, and then like that. One here. I might fill that in actually and just do it as a full tree like that. And then there's a load of branches coming off this one. Feels like it needs a bit of yellow ochre in it. Maybe one of them breaks this bit there. Okay. Well, I didn't really notice, but when now I look at that, you can actually see behind there. There we go. And there is a tree there. But who's fussed about that too much, because I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this as a land. And that there. It goes dark there. Goes all the way around like that. And then we've got a bush. Let's get some ivory black and yellow ochre. As you know, ivory black and a yellow makes a green. So we can make a nice dark green. And a nice dark green would be good. Greyish green like this. Be good round here. There are darks, yes. Yes. I almost sound like some sort of Dracula or something then. Yes. I've been watching too many Halloween movies, that's the problem. I've never actually seen Halloween before. I've just watched it before this. Put some dark in there. Dark. Nice dark. You see how I'm just wiggling my brush? I'm going to do it again, a bit slower. A bit dark and yellow ochre on it. I just sort of wiggle it like that. Creating effects using the side of the brush. Throwing colour in. See, what I do and what you do doesn't have to be the same. I feel like I have to say that because when I used to watch people paint, I used to think, oh, they've done that, I need to do that. But you can change it to your painting. You can do your painting any way you like. And this is a good way, if you've never painted before, watching people like great masters like myself. Watching other painters paint, it gives you an idea of what to do, and then you can paint your own then. That's the way I see it. Get an idea and then think, oh, okay. Well, if Jason can paint that and do that kind of job, then, well, I'm going to do it as well then. And you can, and I mean, even if you're a beginner painter, you could paint. A few practice goes, and you'll be there, and you'll be doing fantastic work. And I know it's true. I know some people think painting, oh, I'll never be able to do that. But I've seen people go from total beginner level, like I've been, and I still think I am a little bit, to be honest. I do feel like a forever beginner, but I'm better at using the brush than I used to be. There's things that I've improved on, so that's where I think, oh, well, I'll keep going then. I'm improving bit by bit. Nobody's a master straight away, are they? We'll keep going, keep practicing. So I'm getting some yellow, chrome yellow, into my burnt sienna. Get this nice, vibrant colour. And we can start putting in some light in amongst this darkness that we've created. And I will attempt not to do any weird impressions of vampires and things, and the Count Dracula or whatever. Because I could feel those sort of impressions coming, and I'm going to have to hold back. But you see how we're picking out the light. I'm using the reference, looking at the way the light is hitting. And we can actually choose as well. We can go, oh well, I want to do it more light there, so yeah, I'm doing it. It's good to change things up. So a bit of yellow just to spice it up there. Maybe a bit there as well. Maybe a bit on this bush. So we don't want to have everything the same colour, won't we? Get rid of that a bit. We can change things, have different greens as well. You can use the brush like that and just tap. Give that something else. There's some like darker spots in amongst this. better. Now I want some more light areas. Some of that greeny. Put all that yellow here. There we go. Now thrown some ultramarine blue in with my yellow just to make it a bit greener. I mean, I might put a bit of crimson in with it actually as well, just to warm it up a bit. It's quite a warm yellow, and it's a warm green anyway. I just wanted to warm it up, get this light, quite like this light that sort of goes along there and then goes kind of down. Hits a few areas and then that's it. And that's it. About there. So I've got to think about this separating from that. So you have choice of dark or light. I went with light there too. You know what I was saying with that light or dark, using one or the other. Grab a bit of browny, yellow, ochre-y colour there as well. Remember, there's that dark going there. Don't want any of that light hitting that. I can darken this area as well. And then we want a bright path. That's important. A bright path. Might put a little bit of light on that. Nah. Actually, it's better for dark because of the separation from that and that. So you can imagine, like, the trees and things, like we could imagine a tree, right, casting a shadow all the way along. This to be dark. Give it a sit back, have a look. Always sitting back, having a look. I feel like this colour is a bit. Oh, that's a bit. It was a little bit. Don't want to use a Halloween phrase, but it looked a bit dead to me. Let's have another sit back. That's not bad actually. That's not too bright. So what I'm trying to do is not give this too much brightness. But I do want. It should be a bit there. Should be a bit like there. Oh, it's going to be too bright. Bit there. Yeah. So now we've got this path. And we're going to use a nice bright green now. That's what we need anyway. Ultramarine blue and yellow. What's that like? It's not really bright enough yet. A bit more of the blue. We might need some actual sap green. Well, that looks alright. And we'll start putting that in. Yeah. That comes across up there as well. It's going to get dark around this area, isn't it? Of course it is, because there's some shadow. Got this shadow here. And there's a few. Do that, and then I can carry that shadow across there, and then I'll do the path bit. That's a better shadow. Yeah, now I need the path, which is like a burnt sienna-y colour. Actually, burnt sienna and yellow, like what we was using earlier. Probably be good. With a bit of white, maybe. Not far off. So we got there, comes round and out. And that's a little bit too much. It's a bit too red, isn't it? Let me sit back and look at it actually. It's not as bad as I thought. Make a light version of it and put that on as well. Just to break that colour up. Yeah. Get a little bit of the dark. That's quite nice. I want to pull some of this down just so it's not completely like needs sort of bringing together. I don't want it to look fake, like I painted it. Oh wait. That's a bit better, isn't it? So we need a shadow colour as well, which follows along from there. Oops, that's probably a bit too dark. That's better. Go for that shadow. And then, what if grab a little bit of yellow, a little bit more yellow, just to change the flavour of some of this, because it's too samey. Bit of blue, bit of green, bit of that, bit of this. Yeah, that's quite nice actually. I quite like that. Oh yeah, that's maybe a little bit of brightness there. Just tap it away if you don't like it. I quite like that. It'd be nice to have a bit on there as well. Breaking it up. Yeah, I quite like this. Do I want any more? Could have a branch or two if I wanted. Not sure if I want to though. Just thinking this tree there and that one there looks a bit boring. If you was doing this, you could think about what you wanted to do. Maybe there is a branch going. Maybe there's one there. Maybe that's all it needs, and that kind of keeps us a little space around this tree, which I do like. Could even do a bit more to it with the this branch. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. I mean, I could do more, but I think as a landscape I quite like it. Can't see it anywhere. I'm like, no, I need to quickly do this. No, I think I'll call this one. So I do like it. I've said that a few times now. Trying to make you believe into it. So thanks very much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. But it's given you an idea. I bet you're tempted to put birds in that tree. I know I am. But anyway, I'll leave it for this for now, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.